G'day all. We're out here at Northwood. NBN's been out here several times and they can't locate the RG6 lead-in. We were out here the other day briefly to have a quick look. We couldn't locate it neither. So now I've got my O1X. I've got a TDR on this, so we've just pinged the cable and we've got a distance of around 63 metres. So what needs to happen is, because it's 63 metres in length, we need to remove the RG6 and it's got to be replaced with RG11 because the signal loss is going to be too great. So NBN want to come and cut up this driveway to get to the battle axe block that's located all the way down the back of this driveway. So now we know that the cable appears to be intact for 63 metres, but when we tried to trace it with a toner last week, we were unable to locate it down on the bottom residence. I don't know if you can see the roof just down there. They're right on the water, so it's a nice little spot here. So now we're going to put some cable traces on and see if we can trace that down and locate that where it may come out in the house. Then we'll check and see if it moves. As you can see, there's another house here. We had to come out and do this one about 12 months ago because NBN wanted to cut up the driveway, but we managed to locate their RG6 and all tested and met the specifications of NBN. So this time we've asked to come out and do the adjacent house, which is, as we said, 63 metres away. So we'll get into it, see if we can locate it, and then we'll look and see if we can replace it, and that'll save them having this concrete paved driveway cut up all the way down to the back. So we'll see how we go and we'll let you know. We've managed to locate the cable. This is the one here, about 63 metres. We'll fit an F connector on and we'll take some readings anyway, but just based on NBN specs, this is going to have to be replaced, but we'll see what the signal reading. So far so good. We're just walking back up to the PCD. We'll connect it up to the isolator. We'll take a signal reading anyway and see how we go, but at 63 metres, unless it's a booming signal, it's going to have to get replaced. So one thing we did notice, that NBN had a connector and they were testing the wrong cable in the cupboard. So it's a bit of a walk. So we found the right cable now. That's our cable tracer we use. Pretty good. Does the job what we need it to do. So now we'll go down. We'll screw it onto the isolator here. We'll go down, take some readings, and see what sort of signal we get. So we're just out here. We're just taking some signal readings. This is the one where we cut the F connector off that NBN were testing. But it's actually just... we're running the check now. As you can see, a lot of the bands are failing. A lot of these are Foxtel and Telstra cable channels. But some of the NBN ones are also failing by looking at that. We're looking at the DOCSIS. The distance is just too great, so she can't range with the equipment. So we're not going to get a pass here. So the cable will definitely need to be upgraded, but what we'll do, we'll go up and we're going to do a test at the isolator and just check the network. But yeah, it's just too far, so we're going to need to try and see if we can run an RG11 from the PCD around 63 metres by the TDR down and replace it. So we'll go up top and do a test. We're up at the PCD. Just doing a test on the network cable coming in. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got a fail on the signals coming in on some of the channels, but the channels that are failing are either Foxtel or Telstra cable, so they're not an issue. We just get an idea of what the minimum and the maximum signal is. But the one we're more concerned about, as I said before, is the DOCSIS channels here. That's just purely looking at the NBN up and downstream, just NBN's channels only. So DOCSIS is all good. So it definitely is, which we knew all along, but we like to just test so we can show the client that that's the cause. It's 63.1 metres from the PCD to the comms cabinet, if you like, or the cabinet where all the cables go. So it will definitely need to be upgraded to RG11, just due to the loss of about 1.8 dB on RG6 every 10 metres. So the loss is just too great over that distance, where RG11 is about half that, and should be able to provide a good signal down there to achieve the result they need to get their NBN on. A bit of urgency. They've been told their ADSL service is going to be switched off next Saturday, which at the moment I believe they can't do until they have NBN available to them. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. All right, so we'll keep moving on.